Unlike mine, where I feel like I'm rebuilding the sodding thing. To be honest, I've found some concerning issues with the van since its last MOT 3,447 miles ago, which really need addressing. One of them is the suspension. Last time it did have an advisory regarding the front brake discs. However, I have purchased the full suspension setup for the van. These parts at the back are for the rear suspension, and these parts towards the front are for the front suspension. I've also bought the full discs and pads for the van, just waiting for the top arm and lower arms for the front suspension. In order to replace the leaf springs upon the van, I do need the entire back end up in the air. And to do that safely, these are from the material handling industry, these blocks. They're called engineer blocks, cribbing blocks, outrigging blocks, several different types of names for them. They are a hard wood block, easily rated to take the full weight of this van. Up to 5 years ago, we were using these wooden blocks. We're now moved on to the hard, dense rubber blocks. These will be placed underneath the rear axle. This big one here weighs about 50 kilograms. Will be taking the weight of the full van on one side. However, because I have the S-type model of the Iveco Daily, there's two types, the S-type and the C-type. The S-type has the 3mm chassis. The C-type has the more heavy-duty chassis, which is 5mm. And the only problem is, if I have the van up in the air on an angle like this, there's going to be a pinch point here and I could damage the chassis. So I have a solid wooden wedge, which is at the right angle. I want to have this back end of the van up in the air. So just to spread the weight out a bit more along the chassis rail, it'll be rested upon this wooden wedge as well. So I'm going to get these blocks underneath the van and get the van up in the air. In this video, I am showing you the leaf spring on the near side. So on the off side, to make sure the van is all nice and level once it's up in the air, I'm going to place this wooden block here and rest the off side upon it. Okay, we're back on the near side now of the van, and we're going to jack up this end. Got a block there. I've drilled out the holes to match the U-bolts here, so I can just lift up the axle from just underneath the U-bolt clamping point. Get it all lined up. There you go. And we'll just jack up this end. I should do. And rest this piece of plywood on the ground there. 2 blocks on the underside, one just underneath the wheel here. The front wheels are chocked up so the van can't move forwards or backwards. Just going to rest the van upon these blocks here now. There you go, that's the full back end up in the air now. I'm just going to go down into the middle of the van. So I'm underneath a supported van now, which isn't going to drop on me. And as you can see here, the chassis is just on a bit of an angle. As I mentioned before, this block here will be taking the full weight of the van. I've located it into a position where it has a bit more strength in the bodywork. So this is the main chassis for the bodywork, which is obviously bolted onto the chassis ladder here. However, I do need to put in my wedge so the weight is evenly distributed upon the chassis ladder, just about there. And I'm just going to go to the jack again, jack it back up again and remove these blocks. I'm just going to drop the full back end so it will be resting upon that main large block I've just put underneath the chassis ladder. Just dropping it slowly. Now, with the full weight of the van supported upon that main cribbing block, it's time to remove the wheel. I'm on with the last wheel nut. There you go. I'll just put this in a safe place. With the van fully supported upon the main cribbing block that's underneath the chassis rail, I will need to support the weight of the axle. So obviously when I remove the leaf spring, the axle will just drop down if I don't have any support underneath it. So I'll just put a cribbing block underneath the hub here, and just the rest, the axle weight upon the cribbing blocks there, and that's it. However, when I do remove the leaf spring, there will be a bit of deflection within the chassis. So what I do have is some old wooden blocks. I'm just going to build up underneath the chassis ladder here. Yes, you're absolutely right to think it looks dodgy, and yes, you're absolutely right to think these are not load rated to take the weight of the van. In fact, there is no weight upon these blocks. It's just to take up the flex within the chassis once I remove the leaf spring, because obviously we have a long throw from the front block, which the van has its entire weight upon that front block, to the rear end here. It's quite a long throw. So it's just to take the flex up within the chassis once I remove the leaf spring, nothing else. So that is the van now securely upon the blocks, and it's not going anywhere. Okay, we're now in a position where we can remove the leaf spring. 24mm headed bolts and 24mm headed nuts on both of these bolts here. I'm going to remove the leaf spring mounting point here so I can clean up the chassis, but in your case you can just remove the leaf spring bolt here and remove the bolt there. I'll leave it there in that position at the minute. We'll go on the front. On the front mounting point of the leaf spring, there's a 21mm headed bolt and a 24mm headed nut. Loosen that bolt off. Yes, it is going to go through. On the other side, I did have to cut these bolts out via an angle grinder, which was not fun. Just give that a little light tap. Yes, at least that's going to come out. Shock absorber, 24mm headed bolt, 24mm headed nut, top and bottom bolts are both the same. And it's a case of removing those bolts. So, throwing it over there somewhere. Now, on the U-bolt that holds the axle onto the leaf spring, the leaf spring's here, it's sandwiched between the mounting point for the U-bolt and the axle. The nuts for those are 19mm. However, you may find you'll need to cut those bolts off because they usually remain solid. Throw them over there somewhere. Now, having the shock absorber removed and the U-bolt mounting bracket that holds the leaf spring onto the axle into place, that's also been removed. It's just a case of removing this bolt and your leaf spring should just drop down. In my case, I'll just unhook it because my leaf spring is knackered. And it's the same on this side, just draw out the bolt that goes through the eye of the leaf spring, and it's just a case of dropping it down the floor and pulling the full leaf spring out. So obviously the leaf spring end should look like that. On mine's fractured. That's been done recently. The van's been stood here since November. It hasn't been on the road. And there's no rust build up on there. It's a fresh crack or fracture. And this is what prompted me to check out my leaf springs. It's done 320,000 miles on the van itself, and 18 years old. I bought my van in for an MOT. I thought I'd best check it over, reverse the van from here, walked a little bit further down onto the driveway and I heard this massive crack. So it was either this leaf spring that was fracturing, or the other problem I had, my U-bolt bolt had sheared in half. Both had fresh cracks in them, so they've both been done on the driveway. So it's definitely worth checking out your leaf springs if you've got high mileage vehicles, because you could end up in a bit of a spot of bother. If not with the recovery people, with the coppers.